Okay, so welcome to this evening's call. I'm Jackie Boyle, and we are a part of a very phenomenal team, the Ford Team Training. Most of us are in Australia on this call tonight, but for those that are here, thank you so much for turning up. And for those that watch this afterwards, we thank you. And what we're going to share with you now is a few personal stories. And I want to thank these people prior to, because what I do want to say to people as we get going through this is we're not making any medical claims here at all. What we are wanting to share with you is basically stories about Phix. We're going to have a chat about Phix. It's a product that has had a big impact for some of us in many various ways. And it's pretty exciting to be able to share the wins of the week, as to what people are actually experiencing through what we have at this company. And we do want to say, like when we start looking through it, there is a business side to it behind this product with what we're going to share, because one of these reviews that we have is a part of the business. So we want to let you know that that's there. And we do provide all of these types of tools for you as well, for you to be able to share your business and to be able to understand what you do have. But as far as what we've got to start with, with this product Phix that we have, as I said, we're not making any claims here to heal, cure, or mitigate anything. All we are doing is supporting and assisting the body in being able to manage these symptoms on its own, to be able to heal itself in its own manner. We do use a platform like Me360, which is a baseline way of actually, before you even start, it may not even be with Phix, it could be with any product at all, but you will basically be putting your age, your height, and your weight in there, and it's doing your measurements for you. So it's like an AI program, so you can't cheat. So these are the types of things that we're looking at doing. So when we provide testimonials like this, when we will come back to this, we do want to look at it and go, well, when we start talking about what we can do with testimonials or reviews, as we like to call them, I might bring you up first, Greg, I think, because we'll take this off a share for us to share with Nina and Stephen. So we will head into this one first with Greg, because Greg's actually been on this product for some time. So Greg, would you like to unmute yourself, because we will head into yours first, and if you'd like to tell us a little bit about what your experience has been, and so we can then share what your review is as we go forward.
Yeah, I think I'm unmuted at the moment.
Yes.
Yeah. Well, it's been an amazing ride, actually. Stephen shared the information with me, and I started reading about it, listening to some videos, and I thought, this sounds really cool. Like this could be just what I need right now. And because I was in a bit of a rut, I was a bit depressed, and sort of living circumstances weren't the best. Work wasn't the best. I'd put on a bit of weight. Wasn't getting much exercise, and I couldn't really see any changes happening as far as the exercise goes. I thought, oh, look, I want to do something. I want to lose some fat. I just want to be in better shape. And so I tried it, and it's been quite amazing. Like the first couple of days, I just noticed there's something going on, and I had this extra energy. I just felt more happy. And I read a bit more information about how the product works on the body, and I realized the gut and the brain were both being stimulated. I found that I wasn't eating as much. My brain was telling me I don't need to eat that extra food now. It was just, it's been an interesting observation about talking to myself and seeing how my body reacts. And then I was it was shown to me about the Me 360 scan, and I thought, oh, this is really cool. And you can see my picture there, so I laugh and I joke that this is my little Teletubby, and so it shows you warts and all, but it's quite private, so it just shows you the outline. But it's a really good way to find out what your body's actually doing, because you may not notice fat disappearing necessarily, or you may not be measuring yourself. You may not be weighing yourself. You may not be doing any of these things. But if you start checking the scans out from week to week or whatever period you want, it's quite amazing. It analyzes, you put in your age, your weight, and your height when you first start, and it analyzes your percentage fat loss, where you've lost it on your chest or your hips or your thighs. I started losing weight on my thighs. I didn't think I actually had any fat there. But when I looked in the mirror, I could see things changing, and it was verified on the 360 scan. So it's quite amazing. What's been amazing for me is that my lean body mass has gone up. I've actually maintained my muscle integrity because I can see in the mirror where the fat's been stripped away. But I'm maintaining that lean body mass. I've got muscle integrity. I even flexed my arm in the mirror the other day. I could see my biceps, and I haven't been doing anything extra. In fact, I've been. Jackie mentioned I've been doing some house sitting. I've been actually getting less exercise because I've been caring for pets and doing different routines, and so it's like I'm getting this internal workout from the Phix that's burning this fat and giving me energy and helping nurture lean body mass. And I haven't done anything different. I'm actually eating more healthy now because I haven't got sugar cravings. I'm going back to what my normal diet. I'm actually going back to a healthy lifestyle, which I wanted all along. And I'm just motivated and excited about it. And I'm seeing the results, and I started sharing with friends because I want to help them as well. It's just a marvelous ride. And it's all due to thanks to Jackie and Stephen coaching me and training me. And with this skill set, I'm just excited about the whole thing. And you can see from results, I'm trimmed down. I'm a bit more chiseled in the face now. I'm getting. I joke that by Christmas, uh, I'll be I'll be like Michelangelo's David. I'll be nicely toned and trimmed. I just want to be trim, tall, and terrific. I actually think I'm growing in height too because I had a bit of scoliosis, and my back's straightening out. The weight, my center of gravity shifted. My pelvis is shifted because the girdle's not being weighed down anymore as much, and I've lost fat off my back, so things are straightening out. So I'm looking forward to actually measuring myself this week, and I think I've actually grown a couple of centimeters because the spine is flattening out. The muscles are still tight because they've been so cramped for so long. So I'm doing some things just to release those muscles a moment. But it's been an amazing ride, like my body's improving all because the fat's going. It's just amazing. I'll
So
talk all night,
great.
so I'll wrap it up.
Yeah, no, you're okay. I'm just like we talk a little bit about this because if I can take the little laser over here, like you made reference to it, we can see between the two, in between the chin here and even around the neck, like your neck is actually lengthened because you've lost body fat through the neck. And you can see through the man boobs. Like this is really important for people. I'm so grateful that you have allowed us to share this and put you under the microscope too. And of course, we're looking at the love handles here, which is where, men do carry it around. The love handles have literally disappeared. And as you mentioned down here between your thighs, you can see where you've actually lost the weight on what we call our Teletubbies. And this has all been in a 7-week period with a loss of 21.2 centimeters, down 6.3% in body fat, and you've maintained and you've actually increased 8.5 kilo in lean body mass, which is pretty impressive in a 7-week period. So I just want to congratulate you for that because it's been amazing watching this journey happen with you. So thank you so much for sharing that.
Yeah, and even this photo I've got here, it's an older photo before I started using Phix. On the tonight, you can see that my face actually looks more chiseled. You can see I'm actually a bit more puffy in the face there. There's a bit of inflammation and fat going on there. So I'm actually more chiseled in the face now. So yeah,
Very impressive, that's for
I'm
sure. So I want to
actually
thank you.
embarrassed to take photographs because I felt self-conscious about being fat and chubby,
Mm,
So it's nice to actually be chiseled again. Yeah,
we look forward to the journey as it continues,
yeah,
the next stage.
yeah,
Okay, so
yeah.
I want to share something with you, which is mine. Mine's a little bit unique in the aspect, I'm female, so things happen a little bit differently for women. It's been a 10-week journey for myself to begin with. And again, like I looked at it and thought that for myself, I thought in that 10-week period, I, and to tell you the truth, on this particular one, I was wearing gym wear and sports bra and gym wear. I wished I had have stood with nothing on because this one is exactly what I did with my scan because I think I would have shown to be a lot bigger in this one if I hadn't had the gym wear on. But I can definitely see for me myself, I've actually lost body fat through areas which are really hard to lose for anybody, let alone for a female. So the thing that I really noticed is that I lost it through the back fat, and also where we put a bra on for women, and you've got that fat that comes over the top of the bra, and it doesn't matter how you try and reposition that bra, you still have that fat that exceeds over the top of a bra. That's all gone. And the back fat that you would get that hangs over the top of the back of your bra has also gone as well. What I have noticed for myself too is the inner thigh as well. Like that area there basically it has shrunk, and that is a really tough area. Now I've got a background in, we owned a gymnasium for 25 years, so it's an area that I understand what I'm doing very well. And I have trained all of my life and never been able to do what I've been able to achieve in 10 weeks with this product. I do go to the gym a fair bit, but what I did notice in this 10-week period, I went and asked the gym as to what my attendance was, and for a few reasons, I'd only been to the gym 30 times in that 10 weeks, whereas normally I would be 6 days out of the 7 that I would go. So I was down 66% of attendance and still able to manage to lose 53 centimeters overall. I am down 2% body fat, but for me, and I need to explain this to you, I'm actually down 4.6 kilo in lean body mass. In most cases with this, you would want to be losing body fat and maintain the integrity of your lean body mass. But I specifically train in a different manner of where when we go to the gymnasium and I use weights, I'm using very low volume of weight, so the resistance is very low, but I'm doing high repetitions of each exercise of anywhere from 20 reps per set to 50 reps per set. And I may superset them and do 3 exercises and just do one after the other without a break. What is that doing? It's like a cardiovascular resistance training. So I wanted to actually shrink my muscle mass, but without losing the integrity of the strength. And that's what I've been able to manage to do. So my training is a lot different, and I've specifically targeted to do this, not thinking I would achieve it because I have done it in the past and have not been able to receive these results. So this has been truly phenomenal that I've been able to do this, and it's really blown me out of the water when I looked at these results on Thursday. I'm going, what? Because honestly, I have not changed a thing. My diet hasn't changed. My exercise, I'm actually down 66% in the gym. I had a very bad flu, COVID, for a while. I'd been in hospital for my general surgery that I have, but what I have noticed is my energy levels are up. My sleep has improved. My skin tone has improved. Overall body health and wellness has been a lot better. But what I did notice yesterday, and I didn't put on this, I forgot to take my Phix in the morning yesterday morning. Just got busy. 4 o'clock in the afternoon, I'm just thinking, what is wrong with you? Because I was just hit the wall. And I thought, oh, I didn't take my Phix this morning. So I took it at 5, and then I went to the gym. And then I said to my husband, let's take one tonight and just see what it's like for sleep tonight, because I don't take it every night for sleep. Whilst I got a little bit more sleep because I'm an insomniac in general, my sleep was improved. But what I noticed was the recovery of where I was able to reset, to restore. When I woke up this morning, I woke up feeling like I'd slept, even though it was only an extra hour and a half, but I actually felt like I was rested. And that's what I've really noticed with this, that it's been doing phenomenal things for me. One thing I will add in here, I mentioned on a live that I did, surgeons for me when I came out of surgery Thursday week ago, same surgeons for 30 years. Every 3 months I'm in having a general anaesthetic, and they're doing Botox injections into my bladder wall, and same doctors, same anaesthetists, same theatre staff. And afterwards, I hadn't told Dr. Lynch what I was doing, but he came out and his report that he gave me was something quite remarkable, because he did say to me, for the first time ever, we've been in there reminiscing about you, with the anaesthetist and himself, the surgeon. And I said, well, that sounds a little bit awkward for a patient. And he said, no. He said, we've been thinking about years ago, as over the years of nearly 30 years, we used to have 2 nurses in there holding you down under anaesthetic because we just couldn't manage you, because you were basically, I was a mess. He said, it's a complete opposite. Here we are, you know, today. He said it's like it is. There's nothing wrong with you. And I said to him, well, I was really quite on the verge of thinking, did I need to get this done again because I self-catheterize and it just aggravates the bladder. You know, by a 3-month period, I'm needing to go in and have this procedure done again, and that's why I have it done, because it relaxes the muscles for that period in time. But I was a month over due from going in, and I almost felt as though I didn't need to have it done because the symptoms leading up into it weren't present like they have been for the last 29 years. I would have been wetting my pants for the whole week leading into that, going to the grocery store and standing in a puddle of pee because I couldn't control my bladder. None of that was there. It was just normal going into the theatre Thursday week ago. Coming out afterwards, so he said to me, I don't know what it is that you're doing. He said, but it's presented completely different. I told him that it was this product that I'd started, and he knew Dr. Ahrens because he visited him, and I said, it's not a product of his, but he has endorsed it. And I said, well, I'm back in 2 months. And he said, well, we'll have a look at it and see what it looks like. And I said, well, if it still presents like that, will you provide me with a letter and let me know what it is from a professional surgeon's point of view, which he's happy to do. So I can't thank this product enough, because not only am I seeing the results on the outside, but it's doing things on the inside that I can't see. But when you get surgeons that have been treating you for that long, to be able to have that sort of an impact, we really have a powerful product in ourselves to be able to support and assist our body in managing symptoms to be able to heal itself. So that is my story. That's what I wanted to share with you. I do want to shift across and just stop sharing in here and then be able to ask the lovely Nina if you would be able to unmute yourself, if that's okay. How are you?
I'm very well, thank you.
So, Nina, I want to thank you. I know we spoke a little bit before this, so you're very gracious to be able to share something that I think will really touch a lot of people's hearts. So, would you like to share your story that you're wanting to provide us with, please?
Yes, I will. I've always been into supplementation because I always feel that our bodies can heal themselves by having products that can assist. And in 2018, my husband was diagnosed with Parkinson's. And again, you know, all they do is they just fill you up with drugs. And I said to Norman, I said, would you be willing to try supplements? And he said, yes. He said, you know, let's try and keep the pharmaceuticals to a minimum. And we have kept him steady on his pharmaceuticals. But the other supplements we were taking were obviously not helping to the extent I felt that they needed to help. And then when we were introduced to Phix, I thought, oh, something that's going to work from the inside out has got to be the way to go. Because I do believe that all our issues come from the stomach, from the gut. So gut, brain health is all linked. And that's what Parkinson's is. Parkinson's is gut health or gut brain, because it does affect the brain, because the brain is what tells the body what to do. And if it doesn't get the right food, it doesn't work. So I'm so excited, really, at how we're hoping this is going to help him. On just one Phix a day, we've already seen some improvement. His improvement in his mobility, in his sleep. He was not sleeping before. So at least he's having a proper sleep now, which is just amazing. And he feels better for it the next day. He's able to actually get up and do some gardening now, because pre-Phix, he wasn't able to walk, I don't know, 50 yards. I guess, I don't know what yards are in meters, but he wasn't able to walk that. He can now actually get up and walk a good half a kilometer, which is just amazing. I mean, every time I think of it, it just chokes me up. Obviously, you know, we're not saying that it'll ever heal in total, because that's not what this is about. This is about just helping him have a better life without the pharmaceuticals.
Wow, Nina, you know, when we look at something that has the capacity to be able to support the body, and we just don't know what that is going to look like when we introduce this to people and we introduce it to the human body. Everyone's body is so different and it's so unique. I just thank you so much for sharing that, because to be able to share something so personal and to be able to share your husband's story, it gives us all a lot of hope to think that in a short span in time, that something that impacts somebody's life so much, but not just impacts his life, it impacts a whole family's life.
Yes,
And
it does.
I just want to thank you, because it's making me tear up, because I can see how much that it's doing for you. So I really thank you so much, because you know what, your story that you've shared today, you and your husband's story, could be the difference for someone else to try that we may have in our lives. And I'm very honoured to think that you have been gracious enough to do that for us. So thank you so, so much.
That's a pleasure. We will up it to 2 as soon as our next lot arrive, which hopefully is this week. We're really, really excited because I believe it's in Brisbane. So, yeah, I want to up it for a couple, morning and evening, and see how that affects him, if that shows any more improvement.
Thank you so much to you both. I really do. I know each and every one of us are feeling very humbled right now, because I know we all probably have got family members or somebody that we know that we could share this with this story. So this is the impact that it's going to have. So thank you.
Thank you.
Wow. Stephen, where are we, young Stephen? So we're going to shift into, I want to say, like with the reviews that we've had from Greg, Nina and myself, we're not making any medical claims here. So if you're watching this afterwards, if it's been shared with you, there are no claims here to say that if you have any of these conditions that we have shared with you, that this is going to have the same impact for you, because it may not. It may do something completely different for you. So the disclaimer here is that there's no claim here to heal, cure, and or mitigate any condition. But it is amazing when you support and assist the body in managing symptoms and provide it with something that it can heal itself potentially. It's quite amazing on what can happen. So, Stephen, I know you're going to share something a little bit different in regards to the business side of things, and as a review and how things have changed for you from that perspective. So how are you, my friend?
I'm very well. Thanks, Jackie.
So I will let you go away and share your thoughts as far as the review from a business perspective as to what your feelings are from when you've started.
Okay. Well, I guess just to start the ball rolling, I'm actually a pharmacist, which may make people think that I possibly have an advantage, but I actually have a disadvantage in that legally I'm not allowed to talk to anybody about any product, whether it's in the pharmacy or out in the natural world, because the pharmacy board wants to basically keep us under control. So what I consider my situation, I've just basically got a job as a pharmacist. What's interesting, my son is actually a tradesman, as an air conditioning tradesman, and he's actually earning probably more money than I'm earning, and he's only been in the industry for about 2 or 3 years, and I'm significantly older than he is. But I could have potentially earned a hell of a lot more money if I had have bought a pharmacy business. Okay, now I might have had an opportunity in the 80s when they were inexpensive, but now they're $1.5 to $2 million if I was wanting to get involved in running a pharmacy business. Just it's totally out of my capacity to be able to do that. As Jackie mentioned earlier, I was involved in sport. I spent about 15 years dedicating my life to a sport called canoe polo, and won 2 world championships in 94 and 96. I had aspirations of maybe turning that into something professional. Never happened. I ended up buying a small business, a canoeing shop, thinking that that would be the avenue to take some of the experience that I had from my canoeing at a very, very elite level across into the business arena. That was a mistake as well. It was just this the scenario of thinking that you knew the answers to business just by knowing the industry that you're in, but business is much more complex than that. I did get along the way, got involved in network marketing, and in 1992 or 94 actually was introduced to some nutritional network marketing companies, and that started me into this kind of thing. I had a bit of moderate success, but really along the way, I guess I was being introduced to people that were interested in health from an alternative point of view, and also wanting to look at business from a different point of view. And I always gravitated to those people. I really never saw myself wanting to buy a pharmacy because I was, more looking at the natural side. And the network marketing was a low entry level for people to actually be involved in the business. Problem was trying to find something that was successful, and property is out of the realms of most people nowadays because it's too expensive. But when I was recently introduced to Phix by Jackie and the opportunity that it provided, I could very, very quickly see that there was an avenue of the product working for people from the science point of view. That to me wasn't a question. The question was, how is this going to make an impact on people financially? And for me, it started the ball rolling. Let's put it that way. We've only been involved with it 2 months. I'm already seeing the group that I'm growing giving me the potential to maybe be able to break out of the situation of just being a pharmacist for the rest of my life. I've just recently become a grandparent. I joke about it that I'm calling myself a GP now. Okay, so I've finally increased my qualification, but not increased my income. But I want to have the freedom to be able to be around my my grandson and spend as much time as I can. I don't want to be working as a pharmacist till I'm 75, 80, just be the old man in the corner, drinking coffee and sitting down on the chair and telling everybody how wonderful it was in the old days. But I really do see a huge potential because of the product and the new stuff that's coming down from the company and also from Jackie and all of the stuff that the Ford team training offers. It's really just something that you just need to plug into and you'll have success. It's really that simple. If you don't want it, don't pick it up. If you do want it, just plug in and you can't but succeed. So that's my story so far.
I'm very excited about it, Stephen, because we've worked in a few things together before. And I think both of us have said we haven't seen something that has been so easy in regards to the entry level, the cost of starting your own business, to then being able to sustain that business on your monthly cost to run your own business is low. And then to be able to have it so that it's duplicatable because people can afford it, they can sustain it. And we have great products. We've got a good company, and the growth that we're seeing has been quite remarkable. So, and we've developed this incredible community of people too, of support and a network. So I want to thank you, and I look forward to being on this journey with you. So, for those that do watch this afterwards, we've shared some reviews with you tonight that have been personal. And we've also shared in regards to the potential of what this is as a business model as well. As an e-commerce business model, it just doesn't sleep. So it's up to you as to what you want to do. And there are no claims being made on any income that you can make. So I just want to put a disclaimer in there as well. You may not earn $1, but you may earn $1,000 a week, or you may earn $100,000 a year. We don't know. But there's no, this is a disclaimer anyway. Just place that at the tail end of that. So thank you, each and every one of you. I want to thank you for being here tonight. And I hope that anyone that watches this afterwards will please share it, because there's some very powerful stories there for people that could make a difference in somebody's life. So thank you so much, everybody, and have a great evening.